For centuries, Stonehenge has stood silent, its origins shrouded in mystery. Who built it? For generations we could only guess, piecing together clues from pottery, burials, and the stone's solar alignments. The builders left no written records, only this awe-inspiring monument. Now in the 21st century, a revolutionary science has given these ancient people a voice, ancient DNA. By sequencing genetic material from those buried near Stonehenge, scientists have uncovered a story of migration and transformation that reshaped Britain. The builders were not descendants of Britain's ancient hunter-gatherers, but migrants whose journey began thousands of miles away, in what is now Turkey. The stones have finally begun to speak, revealing a story of movement, change, and a truly European heritage. The key to this story lies in the human genome. Archaeologists once relied on artifacts to infer ancient movements, but ancient DNA cuts through the ambiguity. By extracting and sequencing DNA from ancient bones and teeth, scientists reconstruct population histories with unprecedented clarity. The remains near Stonehenge provided the perfect material for this investigation. Analysis revealed a dramatic discontinuity. The Neolithic farmers who built Stonehenge had little ancestry from Britain's earlier hunter-gatherers. These builders were newcomers, their genetic signature tracing a path from the Aegean to Britain. The story of Stonehenge, it turns out, began far from Salisbury Plain. Ancient DNA has rewritten the first chapters of British history. The genetic trail of Stonehenge's builders begins in Anatolia, modern-day Turkey, where farming first flourished. These early farmers expanded slowly, carrying their culture and genes across Europe. One branch journeyed west, island-hopping across the Mediterranean, settling in Iberia and developing megalithic traditions. From Iberia, their descendants moved north along the Atlantic coast, finally crossing the Channel into Britain around 4000 BC. They brought crops, livestock, and the knowledge of working with massive stones. This epic migration, revealed by ancient DNA, is a testament to human resilience and innovation. When they arrived, Britain was sparsely populated by very different people. The encounter between these worlds would define a new chapter in Britain's story. The arrival of Anatolian-descended farmers around 4000 BC marked the Neolithic Revolution in Britain. Before them, small bands of hunter-gatherers lived off the wild forests. The newcomers cleared land, planted wheat and barley, and introduced domesticated animals. Farming transformed society. People settled, owned land, and built surpluses. This new lifestyle brought new ways of thinking about life, death, and the cosmos. Monument building began. Causewayed enclosures, long barrows, and eventually Stonehenge. Stonehenge, begun around 3000 BC, was the ultimate expression of this new world. Its construction required unprecedented cooperation and engineering skill. Stonehenge was a cathedral for Britain's first farmers, a symbol of their success. The first farmers encountered Britain's indigenous hunter-gatherers, exemplified by Cheddar Man. For millennia, these dark-skinned, blue-eyed people thrived in the forests. The meeting of the two groups was pivotal, but DNA reveals little interbreeding. The hunter-gatherer genetic signature faded rapidly, replaced almost entirely by Anatolian farmer ancestry. This was not violent conquest, but a near-total population replacement. Farmers, with their stable food supply, simply outnumbered the hunter-gatherers. As forests disappeared, so did the world of Britain's first people. The hunter-gatherers dwindled into extinction, their genetic legacy nearly erased. The stage was set for the farmers, the people of Stonehenge, to define Britain for the next 1,500 years. For years, we imagined Stonehenge's builders as fair-skinned, like modern Northern Europeans, but genetic science has shattered this image. A 2025 study analyzing hundreds of ancient genomes revealed that the Neolithic farmers who built Stonehenge likely had dark skin, dark hair, and brown eyes. Their appearance reflected their Anatolian roots, not the pale complexions we once assumed. This new understanding transforms our connection to these ancient people. It reminds us that identity and appearance are recent constructs in human history. The builders of Stonehenge looked very different from what we imagined, making their story even more compelling. For 1,500 years, the descendants of Anatolian farmers dominated Britain. These early agriculturalists transformed the landscape, building monuments, clearing forests, and establishing the first permanent settlements. Their way of life shaped the island's culture, and their traditions endured for generations, leaving a lasting mark on the land. But around 2450 BC, a new wave arrived, the Bell Beaker people. They journeyed from distant lands, bringing not only new technologies but also a distinct ancestry from the Pontic Caspian steppe. Their arrival marked a turning point as they introduced new customs, pottery styles, and ways of life that would soon spread across Britain. The Bell Beaker people brought with them the secrets of metalworking, crafting tools and weapons from copper and bronze. They also changed burial practices, favoring individual graves over communal tombs. This shift signaled the dawn of the Bronze Age, a period of innovation and social change that would redefine the island's future. Ancient DNA analysis reveals a dramatic story. Within just a few centuries, up to 90% of Britain's ancestry was replaced by these newcomers. This was not just a cultural transformation, but a genetic one, as the Bell Beaker people became the dominant population, reshaping the very fabric of British society. The genetic lineage of Stonehenge's original builders largely vanished, surviving only in isolated pockets. The monuments and mysteries they left behind became relics of a lost world, their creators' stories fading into the mists of time. The reasons for this sweeping change remain unclear. Was it the result of violent conflict, devastating disease, or shifts in climate that made survival difficult? Perhaps it was a combination of these forces, working together to reshape the destiny of an entire island. The Bell Beaker people did not destroy Stonehenge. Instead, they adopted it, giving the ancient monument new meaning and purpose. Over time, Stonehenge became a symbol of continuity, connecting the old world with the new. This great migration event reshaped Britain's genetic landscape, laying the foundation for the Celtic Britons who would emerge centuries later. The island's story was forever altered, as new peoples and ideas mingled and evolved. Once again, migration transformed the island's people and culture. The echoes of these ancient shifts can still be seen today, in the faces, traditions and landscapes of modern Britain, a testament to the enduring power of movement and change. The discovery that both Mesolithic hunter-gatherers and Neolithic farmers in Europe had dark skin has challenged long-held assumptions about our ancient ancestors. For decades, it was widely believed that as humans migrated northward into Europe, lighter skin evolved quickly to adapt to the region's lower sunlight. But recent genetic research paints a much more nuanced picture, revealing that the story of skin color evolution is far more complex than previously thought. This revelation raises a fascinating evolutionary question. When and why did lighter skin actually become common in Northern Europe? If early Europeans retained darker skin for thousands of years, what factors eventually drove the shift toward paler complexions? The vitamin D hypothesis offers one possible explanation. It suggests that lighter skin evolved to help people synthesize more vitamin D in regions with limited sunlight, especially during long, dark winters. Pale skin allows more ultraviolet rays to penetrate the skin, boosting vitamin D production, which is essential for healthy bones and immune function. However, genetic evidence from ancient remains shows that the widespread adoption of lighter skin in Europe happened much later than scientists once expected. The genetic variants responsible for pale skin only became common in the last few thousand years, not immediately after humans settled in the north. In fact, dark or intermediate skin tones predominated across much of Europe well into the Bronze and Iron Ages. This means that for millennia, ancient Europeans looked very different from the populations living there today. One reason for this may be diet. Early Europeans ate foods rich in vitamin D, such as oily fish, wild game, and animal livers. These nutrient-rich diets could have delayed the evolutionary pressure for lighter skin, since people were able to get enough vitamin D from what they ate. It was only with the arrival of the Bell Beaker people and the widespread adoption of grain-based agriculture that the need for lighter skin intensified. As diets shifted away from vitamin D-rich foods to grains, natural selection began to favor individuals with paler skin who could produce more vitamin D from sunlight. The evolution of pale skin in Europe is a remarkable story, shaped by the interplay of genes, geography, migration, and changing diets. It's a testament to how human biology adapts to new environments and lifestyles over thousands of years. Ultimately, the process was gradual and complex, continuing long after iconic monuments like Stonehenge were built, and reminding us that our evolutionary journey is full of unexpected twists and turns. The story of Stonehenge, revealed by ancient DNA, is not just about stones in a field. It's about the people who built them, the journeys they made, and the legacies they left behind. For centuries, Stonehenge has stood as a silent witness to the passage of time, its origins shrouded in mystery. But now, science is peeling back the layers, showing us that the monument's story is far richer and more complex than we ever imagined. These discoveries challenge our ideas of history and identity, inviting us to rethink what it means to belong to a place. There is no single, unbroken line of indigenous Britons, no pure, isolated ancestry stretching back unchanged through the millennia. Instead, there have been countless waves of migration and change, each bringing new people, ideas, and cultures to these shores. The builders of Stonehenge were themselves migrants, arriving from distant lands with their own traditions and skills, and those who came after them, who replaced, mingled with, or learned from them, were migrants too, each group adding their own chapter to Britain's story. Britain has always been a crossroads, a meeting place for travelers, traders, and settlers from across the world. Shaped by arrivals from across Europe and beyond, the island's culture and people have been in constant motion, evolving with every new encounter. These findings resonate powerfully today, reminding us that migration is not a recent phenomenon, but a central thread running through Britain's story from the very beginning. To be British has always meant being part of a tapestry woven from many threads, each one representing a different journey, a different heritage, a different dream. The DNA revolution enriches Stonehenge's wonder, connecting us to the real people who built it and to the ever-changing story of this land. Stonehenge is a monument built by migrants, adopted by newcomers, and cherished by generations who see it as a symbol of belonging and renewal. It stands for transformation, for the blending of old and new, and for the enduring power of human connection. Stonehenge stands as a timeless testament to the resilience and adaptability of the peoples who have shaped Britain. It tells the deep, complex, and migratory story of the many peoples who have called this island home, and who continue to shape its future.